Stop these killings now, Dogara tells Tinubu. Can you imagine? Dogara is now telling a former Speaker of the House of Representatives, okay, is not telling Tinubu to stop all the killings now. When he was a member of the House of Representatives and as a Speaker, these killings were there under Buhari's government. What did he say? What did you say and what did you do? All of them, when they're in government, they will do like, I don't know. When they're out of government, they will be talking like sense, talking like if they're there, they know what to do. But when they were there, they couldn't do anything. That's the best question. What did you do when you were in government as a Speaker of House of Rep? All right. A former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, on Saturday urged President Bola Tinubu to rise to stop perpetrators of violence in the parts of the country. He urged him not to do the part of his predecessors who only mourned victims of killings in press statements, thereby reducing themselves to mourners-in-chief instead of taking responsibility as commanders-in-chief. Can you imagine? So past presidents like Buhari, like Goodluck Jonathan, like Yar'Adua, were mourners-in-chief and not commanders-in-chief. Wow, this is a very good one. They are monarchs-in-chief and not commanders-in-chief. Okay. Dogara spoke in Jos Plateau State on Saturday when he led some 7 former members of the House of Representatives on a condolence visit to the Plateau State Governor Caleb Motwang, following the recent massacre of about 200 people in Boko's, Mangu, and Barkin Ladi local government areas by terrorists. He urged the president to rise to the occasion and use their available means to locate the perpetrators and sponsors of violence across the country and bring them to justice. The violence that took a lot of lives during the general election, what would they say about that? So he said the perpetrators of this violence are not just crazy, but are very dangerous. And the truth is that they won't just stop until we stop them. So we must stop them. Who has the responsibility to stop them? It is the commander-in-chief, but previously they reduced themselves to monarchs-in-chief instead. Now, wow. It means using whatever coercive security apparatus we have as a nation to locate where these perpetrators are and their sponsors wherever they are littered in the ungoverned spaces that we have in Nigeria. Whether in Plateau, Nasarawa, Benue, Katsina, Zamfara, Sokoto, or in Southern Kaduna, or in the south, we must locate them, and after locating them, the commander-in-chief must take justice to them or bring them to justice. Okay. Very easy to speak English, oh. It is easier said than done. To talk is cheap. Dogara added that the failure to either take justice to them or bring them to justice has always been the bane of the fight against terrorism and violence in Nigeria, because it emboldens them. If they will kill on the plateau and go scot-free, why won't they kill in any other state in the north and in the south? So failure to act at that level is more or less an incentive for them to continue to deploy this unbridled violence on the people. So my call, therefore, is to the president to rise up and for him to know that condolences at this moment, whether on the plateau or elsewhere in the country, are better given in form of decisive action against the perpetrators of this violence and not by mere words. Of course, that is what it has always been. It has always been mere words, just saying it so that people will know that they are seen. Just like you rightly categorize them, they are mourners-in-chief, they are not commanders-in-chief. They reduce themselves from commanders-in-chief to mourners-in-chief, which is a very bad one. He stated, I read some commentaries of people who were trying to allude to politics which sought to lay the blame on the corridors of this state house. But we all know that although you are the chief security officer of the state, you do not command or control any troop, except for those who don't know how the Federation of Nigeria is structured. Okay, this is like condolence message to the Governor Áông ông ANC himself, telling him he shouldn't blame himself, and anybody blaming him actually need to look inwards. Okay, since he does not control any of the troops, it's only federal government that control the troops. Obviously, we have heard your passion for ending this cycle of violence even during the campaigns, and we have seen how you are pursuing the issue of peace on the plateau. We know how passionate you are, but if you don't have the troops to deploy, you are reduced to just passing information. And if it is not acted upon, then what do you do? We are here to extend our heartfelt condolences to you and the people of Plateau State, and especially the families of the victims of this unfortunate act of terrorism that was visited on the Plateau. We pray that our God, who is the God of all comfort, okay, will comfort you all. We pray for the end of this kind of violence on the Plateau and also in Nigeria. Responding, Áông ông ANC expressed gratitude to the former speaker for always identifying with the state and urged him not to be silent but to keep pushing for the interest of the people. The governor, who expressed regret that the killings had continued unabated on the plateau for years, noted that Nigeria risks becoming like Somalia if the security challenge confronting it is not addressed. Nigeria is almost it's even worse than Somalia now, because the number of people that are killed extrajudicially, either by police or army in disguise for fighting for security, or even the terrorists themselves, or even road accidents because of bad roads. You know, just a year, you know how many people Nigeria is losing to the cold hands of death. He added, it is unfortunate that this cycle has continued for years. We are praying that as a nation, we will get it right so that we toe the path of justice, so that we don't allow people to slip into self-help, because once we allow the people to go into self-help, we will become another Somalia. Abi, it will get there. I think I can with all boldness say that I see a desire for a shift with the current president. Oh, I see a desire to change the narratives, to rewrite the story and get things right. I have interacted with him a couple of times, and I think he carries a burden to end this violence. What we need is a mass of critical leaders to rally around him, to be able to expand his scope so that he understands the root and immediate causes of these problems and proffer solutions. There is an economy that has been built around this insecurity. Exactly. People are benefiting from it. We need to know who the financiers are and who paid for the hundreds of AK-47 rifles. Where did they get them from? He stressed. Exactly. There's an economy that has been built around it. Somebody's supplying the ammunition. Somebody's sponsoring. Somebody's paying. Money is changing hands. How is it happening? We don't know. The attacks which affected Barkin Ladi, Bokus, and Mangu local government areas led to the displacement of over 10,000 residents of the attacked communities. Of course, it's going to be something else. I tell you the truth. It's going to be something else as far as I'm concerned. So that's exactly what what is his name? Yakubu Dogara is saying, having visited the governor of Plateau State on a condolence trip, and this is exactly what the governor also responded to tell the Dogara and his group. So insecurity in Nigeria is already very, very hard, just like Bode George is saying that insecurity has gone out of control. Something must be done now before Nigeria become another Somalia, before people resort to self-help. Because the way it is now, the only immediate solution is to allow people to carry arms for self-help. Once that is done, I tell you, I know that initially people will mistakenly be killing each other, but after a while, everybody will get used to it, and all this nonsense will stop. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment for sharing.